All right, we are back live. We had terrible internet problems going on, but that's okay. So, we're going to start back with the last thing we were talking about. And I wanted to discuss new meta, new alpha, excuse me, that has been happening on the base layer 2 blockchain. So, what if every post you made could become an asset? Every meme you dropped, every trade is a tradable token. What if the next big thing in crypto wasn't DeFi or NFTs? It was creators, social media creators for that matter. Welcome to Zora. This isn't just content, it's content on chain. And this could literally change everything and onboard millions of people onto the blockchain. So please forget every single thing that you know about excuse me, forget everything you know about Web3 in this space. Zora is basically leading a movement, not on Ethereum, not on Solana, but on the base layer 2 blockchain. Their whole mission is to bring the entire creator economy on chain, like seriously, literally the entire world on chain. This is a massive bet made by the creator of the base network, Jesse Pollock, and it's one that might even outgrow Farcaster, Pump.Fun. To be honest, I think Farcaster is going to probably end up integrating with it, but Pump.Fun on Solana is kind of their competitor in this space. Because look, it's not about viral moments anymore. It's going to be about owning your own content on the blockchain. So on Base, Zora basically allows creators to mint their own coins, tokenize their own posts, and build audiences. Building audiences with built in trading, built in economics. We'll look at that in just a minute. It's simple, it's fast, and it's affordable. And it's native basically to the everything app vision that Jesse Pollock and the base team have been pushing hard for a while. Unlike Pump.Fun, where hype basically is fueling a 24-hour meme coin casino and a bunch of degenerates, Farcaster and Zora is about owning your social graph, right? Zora financializes your creativity and whatever you're providing through your content. So every post is a token, every community is a token or a creator token, and it creates a virtual digital online economy. So let's take a look at what we have done in this space, right? This is the chart for DADS DeFi Spaces creator token. Now, our creator token is pretty small at the moment. We're getting about $20 of volume a day to $50 of volume a day. And we also um, let's actually go into the Zora app and take a look at this real quick. So if you look at the Zora app interface, you can see that it looks a lot like Instagram. Right. We got the models, you got users, artists, video artists, family stuff, Jesse Pollock, of course, and much, much more. Now, what we can do on here, these are my notifications where you can see people have been buying small amounts of the DADS DeFi Space Creator Token, right? But if I go into Dad's DeFi Spaces Zora account, you can see we're about a $17,000 market cap. And I had these are my top holders. We have about 11 holders right now. The majority of the tokens obviously held by me, but the creators, they get 50% of the supply of the token. But it's unlocked over a 5-year period very slowly, so they can't dump on everybody. Now, I've been posting shorts, Halloween videos, because we love Halloween in my family. You can always check out our touch grass collection. People have been buying these recently a little bit. Um, and then been creating DeFi educational comics that some people really like. This actually has done really well. So we can take a look at the market cap. You can see a few bought, a few sold. It's pretty cool, right? And then, um, hold up. We have a ticker for each post. This one is T Profit. You can look those up on Deck Screener. Of course, if this gets big, maybe some of these will pump. What I'm hoping to do actually is take some of our profits from the posts and move them into the creator token. And then the community members that decide to become a part of the creator token, you're going to get a piece of that value too. Maybe in the future, we can even look into ways to stake or whatever, but we have not gotten that far yet. Anyway, this is new. This is risky, but I find this exciting, just like I do DeFi, because I think the two big onboarding principles that are going to occur this cycle are going to be with onboardings, kind of decentralized social networking like this, and the Zora, or excuse me, and Zora. And then I also think you're going to see a lot of this with institutions come in with protocols like Pendle, where you can trade yield, stable coins, derivatives, and perp trading. These are the things that I think are going to catch narrative this cycle along with the AI narrative. And I'm, of course, DeFi. And I want to be positioned for all of them, at least to an extent. Um, so going back to the article that we published on DADS DeFi space, this right here also is going to go over not just the on-chain economy, but it's going to look at the Zora token itself, the price, the tokenomics, and much, much more. So let's dive in into how Zora works. Zora is pretty much more than a platform. Um, as we said, it's content financialization layers on the base layer 2 network. This was built upon the Optimism stack. So you're basically creating NFTs, post and ERC20 creator tokens. And because of the low gas fees of the base network, it's a great blockchain to build this on. So the creator of the base blockchain, Jesse Pollock, is really pushing this creator coin narrative and hopes it will onboard the next generation of blockchain users. So as of October, Zora's metrics, we're looking at a market cap of $242 million. So it is smaller. This is like the mid cap, almost into the small cap range of cryptocurrencies. The fully diluted valuation is around 750 million, and the circulating implies 3.25 billion Zora. So the total actual supply is 10 billion. So there is inflation in the picture, of course, because this is the token that powers the creator economy. Whenever you make a creator token, the liquidity pool is always going to be your token paired with a Zora token. So we are farming a Zora position on Aerodrome. We just started it, but I plan on adding to it through the next few weeks or months towards the end of the market cycle. So creator coins basically have marked a paradigm shift between how we deal with content on chain, right? So instead of having a single NFT that represents the ownership of like a singular static asset, creator coins and content tokens are liquid, tradable, and it creates a relationship between audiences and creators because the audiences can purchase the posts that they like. And that allows them to comment and talk with you. So, unlike NFTs, right? These are much more transferable. They're much more, well, NFTs are transferable, but as many people as they want can buy your post. So, it might not just be one, right? So these are not traded like NFTs. They're actually traded through automatic market makers like on Aerodrome eventually. The bigger creator tokens are going to end up as pools on Aerodrome. And we are currently collecting a few creator tokens of members that I think might blow up. I don't want the ones that already blew up, but ones that I'm just seeing involved, posting, and have a lot of engagement. So, what I wanted to take a look at the very end, and we're going to have a quick discussion, is how you can actually build a Zora token. Now, I'm going to make a deep video of this in the future, but it's basically a very, very simple 4-step process. So, first, you're going to have cryptocurrency, Ethereum on the base blockchain in a hot wallet. So, create a Zora profile. You're going to go to zora.co. You connect your base compatible wallet, like maybe the base wallet or Coinbase wallet or Rabby wallet or whatever you use. Create a profile, and that is going to become your Zora identity layer. It's like the home of your creator token, right? I launched my creator token this way, basically with a single click, just like creating an Instagram account. I needed an email, a name, and I fill out the profile. Pretty simple. The DADS DeFi space token, what I was minted as an ERC20 token, it instantly appears on your profile and it's tradable through Uniswap V4 hooks. So after you do that, you can start minting content, right? Like, I'm going to show you a little bit of ours again, along with some of the creators that I am buying into. I'll show you my portfolio. We have a DeFi educational card series that I've been working on. And then we also have the Touch Grass series. Here's a few of our tokens right here. Do your own research, T Profit, Plans, and Touch Grass. Very, very cool stuff. But I'll leave a link in the description where you can check out this full article if you would like. Now, when the users mint or trade a token on Zora, a portion will go to the creator of the token. A portion goes to the protocol because they got to make their money, of course. And then a cut goes to referrers, collectors, and another small cut to the liquidity pool or the AMM. So basically, it creates a dynamic system. Engagement will equal revenue. So the more engagement with your posts, the more money you're going to make or the more crypto you're going to make as a creator. I found this awesome because it creates a no code building environment on the base blockchain. So there's a no code dashboard. You can launch that coin, SDKs for developer. You can integrate very easily, and APIs to embed coins are mint within an external site. So, like I said, it functions just like Instagram. So a meme can basically feed yield to the creator, and I'll show you a couple in a minute. And I am bullish because I think the youngins, the young ones, are going to be the ones coming to Zora to play around with this. And I want to be the older man that they're like, ooh, I want to buy that old man's token. And those of you all who get in early are going to benefit. Now, let's take a look at Zora. And I'll show you how you can purchase a token. So right now, we're at DADS DeFi space. All right. And I'm going to show you my portfolio. Right now, this part of the portfolio shows you some of my favorite creator tokens. 8-bit base. It has a lot of just very cool visual renderings that I like on here. Gcash, who is very involved on the base blockchain. You may have seen him before on YouTube or X. Jesse Pollock definitely bought heavily into his token and it pumped because of it. I am buying a little bit of this one at the moment. Actually, you know what? Let's purchase a little bit of that and I'll show you how you can buy your own creator token. So I'm going to trade. I'm going to just buy a little bit, 39 cents of his token. So I already have a nice little bag. I'm going to hit buy, connect my Rabby wallet. Of course, then we're going to unlock our Rabby wallet. There we go. And then once the wallet is unlocked, hold on one second. I need to improve my setup. Typing too fast here. All right, there we go. So we're gonna buy a teeny little bit of not this token. 41 cents will be enough, man. Just because I wanted to show you how to do this. As you can see, we're gonna sign the transaction. He makes a little bit of fees off of this because I'm buying his creator token, and then it'll get deposited into my wallet. So there we go. Now I'm gonna go show you how we can explore to find creators we like. This is just showing us all different kinds of creators on here, right? Different kinds, all kinds of stuff. And we're going to find one that looks interesting. I like that level up one. That's kind of cool. Now, these are just posts, not like creators, right? Because they have a search function where you can search just like Instagram. You can check the Zora stars. These are going to be the accounts that are most active, right? So I would love to get recognized on here, but we'll see what happens. Then you have a spot with all your friends, like what tokens are they buying, right? And then show you right here. Kind of cool. Hmm. We're gonna buy this little kitty cat token. I like it. Right. So this is quadrillion 4G maker, right? I'm gonna buy a teeny little amount of their token. Same way I did the other one. And then I'm also gonna buy that post I like. Pretty easy stuff to do. All right. Awesome. There's a cool post that I just saw. Yeah, there it is. All right. So just goofy, right? I'm going to buy 40 cents. Now, this gives me the right to comment on his post if I want to, or it gives me the right to just hold the token, send it to someone, sell it later. It doesn't matter. Now, understand that everything on this page is extremely low liquidity. When there's low liquidity, you get a lot of slippage at times. So be careful there when you're playing on this network. But if I go in here, you can see all of my creator tokens here. A lot of times when I'm seeing if they're up a whole lot, I'll skim a little off the top, add it to one that's down a lot, and I've been bouncing them back and forth. And then sometimes I get rid of them. They're all small amounts because I haven't felt comfortable investing large sums until I get a better idea of this creator economy around here. A lot of people are using their posts to create like meme coin kind of NFTs, like this glitzy on base. Or this is a very popular account, and I like this one. It's called, see if I can find it, Chubs, right? Chubs is this fat kitty, and this is the Chub account. It's gotten really popular already. Its market cap's down just a little bit today, and you can see the interactions over here, right? Now, understand that this is some risky stuff. You're going to see comments like this in the place. Well, it'll let me scroll down again. See this? He must have bought a lot of a token that he crashed later on right here. Whoever has control of this account or this comment may or may not have been there, right? But anyway, I'm waiting to see if this is something that's actually going to really blow up over the next little bit. And I find it quite interesting. So join the base creator meta now, right? I'm going to include a link to join Zora, and it also helps support DADS DeFi space, or purchase our token if you'd like, become a part of our movement, and we'll see what happens. Again, none of this is financial advice. You could lose all your money. This is crazy, but I find it interesting. So whatever you do, let's do it on chain. And that ends this part of the live stream, guys. So what I want to do at the very end, we're going to take a look at CryptoLabs research new tool, DeFi Buddy. I've been watching CryptoLabs research, the Underdog Investment Group, and that team build this over the last little bit. It's awesome. I don't have time to show the whole app today, but they have a liquidity pool researcher that follows their metrics, which I prefer compared to, say, Crystal or VFAT or using one of the protocols and how it looks at the pools. It always overestimates the APR. They have a simulator where you can test positions and kind of see what could happen with your fees. We'll make a video on that in the future also. They have a portfolio tracker, which I love, but I'm going to wait for this one to load. It does take a second to load usually. They have a list of the protocols that they trust for lending and borrowing, perpetuals, centralized, portfolio management, etc. And I think this could be, they also have a correlation tool, just like DeFi Llama. It's almost the same matrix. This one is just a lot more visually pleasing and easy to look at. But if this loads up all the way, I was going to show you their new portfolio tool for the last thing of today's live stream. And looking right here, you can see, well, maybe if it loads, you can see most of my DeFi positions, which are, geez, totaling $13,000, $14,000 now. The majority of this is tokens, which this token is not being read right. Okay. I'll have to send them a message on that one, see what's going on. But I wanted to take a look at some of these 6 liquidity positions, right? It's not reading all of them yet. They're still adding chains, but this is what I love. It lets me know if it's in range, how many fees I've collected or uncollected, right? I got a lot of fees in this one I need to collect out. Not as much in this one, right? The total fees, we got like $69 in this one, a 1.4% weekly APR on this wrapped ETH Aether pool on the Arbitrum network. And we're getting a 75% APR, which is absolutely awesome for this position. Now, I do wish that these values were a little bit higher, but it is what it is. Now, this is a test pool on Solana. I'm going to sell my Jupe on this one. It's a very wide range pool. I could pull it up. It's probably earning pretty low fees. Yeah, about 3.4 a month, but 40% a year on Jupe with a massively wide range is awesome, right? And then we have this Zora position, which is a new one I just opened. I'm kind of experimenting with it right now. There's barely any money in this one, but it's looking at about an 85% tested APR. At least that's what it's been earning right now. It is a pretty active pool. Oh, excuse me. The rest of these are very small pools that are left over from positions that I did not pull out all the way that we need to do something about, right? Now, this one right here, this SOL-WIF pool is earning a ridiculous amount of APR right now, but it's a highly, highly risky pool. We do try to steer clear of some of those. But I wanted to show you that this tool has some awesome functions, and it's also free. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can use our link in the description for the UIG CryptoLabs research. It is one of the largest DeFi communities. You'll meet a lot of good people in there, just like me, who know what they're doing and are trying to learn DeFi and crypto the right way. 20% off your first month. Find the link in the description. And then the final thing, this is kind of a surprise, is I wanted to just look at my TAL portfolio. Now, this is my TAL staking portfolio. I'm not going to mess with anything in it yet. I do need to open up my account. So we're going to look at our TAL blockchain portfolio. And so over the day, it's up slightly, not much. It's been in for almost a month, right? All right. And I want to see if we're earning much TAL, right? We're at 1.58 right now, which is awesome. 1.58 TAL, which is 0.4, 0.5 more than what I was earning. We're earning about a 32% APY. Now, that's on the month. I'm not going to know that calculation because some of the positions are actually younger than that, and then it struggles with calculating the APR on the position, as you can see with Void AI and Talend. But I mean, some of these yields we're earning, look, like 98% on Tal Hash, 37% on Ridges. These two are going to be super high, but they're not going to show you that percentage now. We were earning between 300 to 400% on Talend and 1 to 200 on Void AI. Now, the subnets that we are most bullish on right now are Tal Hash, Ridges, Void AI, and Talend. Talend is a lending protocol. Hasn't picked up a whole lot of steam yet, but I'd like to see what happens. Void AI is actually a kind of an interoperability tool that I think is going to possibly become an infrastructure play. Ridges is a biggie. It's one of the largest subnets and kind of helps to watch over the TAL ecosystem. It's a necessary one, but I'm not going to earn as high yield, but I'm still bullish on that protocol or that subnet, excuse me. And then Tal Hash, which is trying to kind of decentralize Bitcoin mining in a very interesting way. But that pretty much concludes our live stream for today. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to look at any of the comments. We had a lot of issues with our internet today. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of our live stream, and help support the channel by checking out our links for Layer Bank, Blowfin, and CryptoLabs Research Underdog Investment Group. Also, you can support the channel by checking us out at dadsdefispace.org, adding us on X at CryptoZone1013, and then, of course, join our free Telegram group. Find this stuff out early because I've been talking about it with them for a week or two before I end up putting it on YouTube. But I appreciate each of you for being here today. Go out, touch some grass, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.